The Stanley Hotel. It stands watch, high in Estes Park, Colorado. The Rocky Mountains loom. They are ancient, they are imposing. A thick fog often rolls in. It smothers the landscape. The hotel emerges from this mist like a ghostly apparition. Its white facade gleams, almost unnaturally bright against the dark pines. The air here is thin. It's cold. It carries whispers. Whispers of what has happened within these walls. This isn't just a building, it's a collector. The location itself feels charged. You can sense the energy, the isolation. Even on a sunny day, shadows cling to the Stanley. They stretch long. They seem to deepen. The wind howls through the mountain passes. It sounds like moans, like cries. It rattles the old window panes. Each gust seems to carry a story, a warning. This place was built on beauty, but darkness found a home here, a permanent residence. We feel it deep in our bones. The grandeur of the hotel is undeniable. Its colonial revival architecture speaks of a bygone era. But look closer. You see the age. You feel the history. This is ground zero for paranormal activity. Freelan Oscar Stanley. He was an inventor, a visionary. He came to Estes Park in 1903. He was seeking health. The mountain air was his medicine. He suffered from tuberculosis. His doctors gave him months. But the Rockies had other plans. He recovered. He thrived. He fell in love with this majestic, wild place. He decided to build a haven, a luxurious retreat for the wealthy, for the elite of society, a place of comfort, of sophistication, far from the grime of the cities. Construction began. The Stanley Hotel rose, a monument to his newfound vitality. It opened in 1909, a marvel of its time. Electric lights, telephones, ensuite bathrooms. It was the height of luxury. People flocked to it. They came for the clean air, for the stunning views, for the opulence. F.O. Stanley and his wife Flora were gracious hosts. They poured their hearts into this hotel. They created a paradise, or so it seemed. Little did they know what energies they were inviting. The hotel was a symbol of prosperity, of new beginnings. But even in its early days, whispers started. Staff would report strange occurrences, objects moving on their own. The Stanley was more than just wood and stone. Fast forward to 1974, October. The season was ending. The Stanley Hotel was nearly empty. A young writer and his wife checked in. His name was Stephen King. They were the only guests. The vast hotel stretched around them, silent, desolate. The long corridors felt endless, the rooms vacant and cold. This isolation, this emptiness, it began to work on King's mind. The grandeur felt oppressive, the silence deafening. A perfect storm was brewing for a terrifying story. They were given room 217, a room with a history, though King may not have known its full extent then. That night, King had a drink at the hotel bar, served by a bartender named Grady. The atmosphere was heavy, unsettling. Later he went to bed, but sleep did not come easy. The old hotel seemed to breathe around him. He eventually drifted off into a nightmare, a vivid, terrifying nightmare. His 3-year-old son was screaming, running through the hotel corridors, chased by a fire hose, possessed. King awoke with a jolt, sweating, heart pounding. The nightmare clung to him. The story of The Shining began to take shape. Room 217. This room is legendary, not just because of Stephen King, but because of her, Elizabeth Wilson. She was a head housekeeper in the early days of the hotel, around 1911. A fierce storm raged outside. The power flickered. Elizabeth went to room 217 to light the acetylene gas lanterns. Something went wrong. A massive explosion. It rocked the hotel. Elizabeth was caught in the blast. She fell through the floor into the dining room below. Miraculously, she survived. Broken ankles, but alive. But some say a part of her never left room 217. Her spirit, her energy, it's tied to this space. Guests who stay here report Strange things, unexplained phenomena, luggage being unpacked, clothes folded, items moved as if a meticulous housekeeper is still on duty. Some feel a cold presence. Others report lights turning on and off by themselves. Elizabeth, they say, is a traditional spirit. She doesn't like unmarried couples sharing a bed in her room. She makes her displeasure known. Many guests have experienced her presence directly. They feel a tucking of the blankets. Section 5, the fourth floor. Echoes of unseen children, the fourth floor. It's different up here. The energy shifts. It feels lighter in some ways, but also more unsettling. This floor was once the servants' quarters and a space for children with their nannies. Now it's known for the sounds of children, ghostly children, laughing, playing, running down the long hallways. When no living children are present, their footsteps echo, light, quick, then silence. It's an eerie symphony, conducted by the unseen. Room 418 is a hotspot. Many reports come from this room and the hallway outside it. Guests hear children giggling, whispering. Sometimes they feel a tug on their clothes, or a small hand brushing against theirs, as if a child is trying to get their attention. Some have even seen fleeting apparitions, small figures darting out of sight. The sounds are so clear, so distinct. It's hard to dismiss them as imagination. Or the building settling. This is intelligent, this is interactive. Lord Dunraven. He owned this land before Stanley. Some say his spirit also haunts the fourth floor, particularly room 401. He's not a playful spirit. The concert hall. It stands separate from the main hotel, a gift from F.O. Stanley to his wife Flora. She loved music. She loved to play the piano. This hall was her sanctuary. It's a beautiful space, elegant, grand. But like the rest of the Stanley, it has its secrets, its resident spirits. The most prominent is a spirit named Paul. He was supposedly a handyman, or an employee of the hotel. He worked here, he patrolled the hall, and some say he still does. People report seeing Paul, a shadowy figure walking the stage or sitting in the seats as if watching a performance that only he can see. The lights in the concert hall flicker on and off, unpredictably. Cold spots drift through the auditorium, even when the heating is on. Disembodied voices are heard, whispers, murmurs when no one else is there. Some staff members report hearing someone humming or whistling, a faint, melancholic tune, Paul making his rounds. Flora Stanley herself is also said to linger here. Her beloved piano. Staff and guests have heard faint piano music drifting from the concert hall, when it's locked and empty, as if Flora is still practicing. Mirrors in the Stanley. They are more than just reflective glass. They are portals, windows, to something else. Guests report seeing things in mirrors, things that aren't there. Figures standing behind them, faces peering out from the depths of the glass, for a fleeting moment, then gone. It's unsettling. It makes you question your own eyes, your own sanity. The reflections don't always match reality. They show more or something different. A distorted, darker version. Shadow figures are a common report throughout the hotel. Dark shapes, humanoid, darting down hallways, lurking in doorways, standing in the corners of rooms. They move with purpose, with intelligence. They are not tricks of the light. They are entities. Observers from the other side. Some are fleeting, gone in an instant. Others linger, watching, creating a profound sense of unease, of being invaded. These are not passive energies, they are aware. The interaction between mirrors and shadows is particularly disturbing. Sometimes the shadow figures are only seen in the reflection of a mirror. You turn around. The Stanley Hotel, it's more than just bricks and mortar. It's a vortex, a focal point for paranormal energy. Why this place? What makes it so active? Is it the history, the tragedies, the raw emotions soaked into its very foundations, or is it the land itself? The majestic, imposing Rockies, ancient energies, powerful forces. Perhaps it's a combination, a perfect storm, creating an environment where spirits can manifest, where they can interact, where they can remain. Its fame, amplified by The Shining, has undoubtedly drawn more attention, more energy. Every guest who comes seeking a ghost, every investigator, every thrill seeker, they bring their own energy, their own expectations. Does this feed the phenomena? Does it amplify what's already there? It's a question we often ponder, the power of belief, the power of suggestion, but the experiences here are too consistent, too widespread, too visceral, to be dismissed solely as imagination. There is something truly dark here. The hotel has become a pilgrimage site. For those fascinated by the paranormal, for those who want to touch the unknown, to feel the chill, to hear the whisper, it stands as a testament to the idea that the dead do not always rest, that some places hold onto their spirits tightly. The Stanley doesn't just have a haunted reputation, it has earned it, through decades of unexplained events, of chilling encounters. So you've heard the stories, the whispers from room 217, the laughter of unseen children on the fourth floor, the phantom performances in the concert hall, the shadows that dance in the mirrors. The Stanley Hotel holds these secrets and many more. It's a place where the past is not dead. It's not even past, it's alive. It's active. It interacts with the living, sometimes subtly, sometimes with terrifying force. The question is, are you ready to listen, to spend a night within these walls? It's not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, an open mind, and a willingness to confront the unknown, to potentially face your deepest fears. The energy here is intense. It can be overwhelming. Many have tried. Many have left with stories they can't explain, with experiences that have changed them. The hotel has a way of getting under your skin, of leaving its mark, a cold, indelible impression. Would you dare to stay, to walk these haunted corridors alone, to sit in the darkness of room 217, to listen for the ghostly children, to seek out Paul in the concert hall? It's an invitation from the spirits themselves. They are waiting, they are watching, they have stories to tell. To those who are willing to step across the threshold into their world, the Stanley is more than a hotel. It's an experience, a paranormal investigation waiting to happen for you. The choice is yours.